Greetings, Focus fans. Welcome to Real Destinations, the travel series where we tour the locations that make our favorite movies look and feel real. Today is our first time visiting the Big Apple as we explore some of the memorable locations seen in James Gray's newest film, Armageddon Time. Welcome to New York City. Armageddon Time is a deeply personal coming-of-age story inspired by director James Gray's experiences growing up in New York City in the 1980s.
It could totally be party time.
Starring Anthony Hopkins, Anne Hathaway, Jeremy Strong, and Banks Rapetta as Paul, this historical drama examines familial bonds, the complexities of friendship, and the generational pursuit of the American dream.
You make the most of your break and do not look back.
Established as a borough of New York in 1898, Queens is one of the most linguistically and ethnically diverse places in the country. And in Queens, you'll also see the Graff family home from the film. Originally built in 1950, this two-family row house is actually not far from the real childhood residence of writer-director James Gray.
It's a gold mine for home improvement here.
To find out more about the home, let's go and talk to its owner and childhood acquaintance of James, Jennifer Gancrow. Jennifer, thank you so much for having us here at your home.
Thank you for coming.
How long have you lived in Queens?
My whole life.
Wow.
Yeah. But in this particular house, just 7 years.
And then how did you get contacted about filming here?
James had been writing for this movie loosely based on his childhood, and he wanted to recreate the set of his childhood home. So my friend, who's his cousin Lou, texted me and said, I have a really strange request. Is there any way James and his guys can come down and see your house? A whole bunch of them came in with cameras and tape measures, and they chose my home.
Whoa, that's so cool.
I had no clue that this is the bench that he sat on when he was a kid. I would have never thought in a million years. It was really nice because when they were filming, my neighbors came back and it was like this family reunion.
Holy cow.
What was it like seeing James Gray again after all these years?
It was crazy, but you know what? I wasn't surprised because I remember in high school, this was his passion.
I think I want to be a famous artist when I grow up.
What is it going to be like to see your house up there on the big screen?
We're gonna take a family outing and we're all going.
Yeah.
The show's gonna be special.
For sure.
Director James Gray attended PS 173 here in Queens, where field trips into the city were a common occurrence.
You all need to get your permission slips, okay, for a trip to the Guggenheim Museum. All right.
You wanna split?
Right now?
Yeah, go wherever.
Yeah.
After ditching a class field trip at the Guggenheim Museum, Paul and Johnny cut through New York City's iconic Central Park on their way downtown. This picturesque park attracts visitors from all over the world, averaging at over 42 million people a year, giving it the title of the most visited public park in the country. Established in 1954, the bright red neon sign of Smith's Bar and Restaurant is a pop of color as you exit the subway station on 44th Street and is just one of the many famous landmarks seen in the film.
The rocket. You got it.
You like it?
That's amazing. Can we make it?
Yeah, we'll go to Flushing Meadow and we'll launch it.
We're here at Flushing Meadows Corona Park, which serves as the perfect venue for Paul and Grandpa Aaron to finally launch the model rocket they've been working on together. Once considered useless land in the early 1900s, this park was used to dump household coal ash and street sweepings and was even dubbed a Valley of Ashes by F. Scott Fitzgerald in The Great Gatsby. But Flushing Meadows Corona Park has come a long way since its humble origins. This was where both the 1939 and 1964 World's Fairs were held and was also the temporary site for the United Nations General Assembly between 1946 and 1950. Hi, James. I'm a big fan. It's so nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to be here.
So talk to us a bit about growing up in New York and how that affected the locations you chose for the film.
Well, growing up in New York is a strange and wonderful thing. It's a gift. It's sort of got the best of America, but it also has a lot of Europe to it and a lot of a sense of history, really. That was an amazing thing for a kid to see basically the entire realm of the human experience in one place.
We're going into the city. It'll be so much fun.
As you might be able to tell, we are here at Flushing Meadows Corona Park. Why did you choose this park for the movie?
I love that park. It's like a modern urban ruin or something. You know, I remember as a kid I would go there and there were parts of the World's Fair that were there and felt quite permanent. And over the years you would see them start to decay. And to me, there was a sadness, a melancholy about it. It was like Queens is the borough that time forgot. Now it's funny, as a filmmaker, all I want to do is go back to Queens. So I don't know what that tells you.
Must be out of your mind.
What was it like to return to filming here in your hometown of New York?
They didn't sink in fully until I got to the editing room and I started to look at the footage. And all of a sudden I saw shots with my house or my school where I grew up. And then all of a sudden it became very, very moving to me. And I felt very lucky. I don't know how many other directors get to do such a thing.
James Gray, congratulations on the film and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Get up, time to go.
It's been so much fun to explore the Big Apple together. Thank you for tagging along. And you can see all of these locations and more in Armageddon Time, directed by James Gray.
Oh, that I want to see.
Where am I off to next? Find out on the next Real Destinations.